It's a very hot day in August, and this is early in the morning. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to get me some Egyptian spinach. We call it Saluyot, or somebody call it Jute in English. And get me some leaves and cook it for supper. This is the way they look when they are growing. It's a long stem and full of leaves from top to bottom. And they like to grow in hot summer, like here in Texas is July and August. So this time of the year I really enjoying them. Is growing really good in summertime, and they have a lot of vitamins in there, and some they said it makes you hyper, but I guess it is. Last 2 years ago, I posted a video about this kind of plants, and I have a lot of viewers that viewed this kind of plants that I posted, and I have some comments also that they like my plants. So at this time of the year, I just gonna show you also how I grow them and how I cook them and dry them and put them in the freezer. Here's the one I cut it, the leaves, and I also get some scissor and cut the stem. And the good things for cutting the stem is there is a new growth coming, and they will come really green and fresh when you cut them by stem. And then after I cut the stem, I gonna separate it, the stem and the leaves. So I just gonna get all the leaves separated from the stem, and after that I gonna try to cook it. So here it is. All the leaves is separated, and I gonna cook the leaves and the stem. It's useful also like a fertilizer, so I gonna throw that stem around my fruit trees, so they also have to covered in winter time. So I'm washing the leaves, wash them, and I have 3 things that I have to show you about jute leaves. One thing is I gonna boil a water. So after the water boiling, I just gonna dump the jute leaves. So I just gonna dump it like that and let it, dump it all, and simmer it, cook it for like about 3 minutes. You have to get your ladle to just stir it so the water can get into the leaves. All the leaves needs to have a water to cook it. And then after that, I just gonna transfer this to a baking dish, and then just gonna let it cool down in there for just maybe an hour to just after it cool down, I gonna put that in a ziplock bag, and this is gonna go in the freezer for wintertime use. So here is the freezer, and it frosted already. I just want to show you how I did. So if you have a freezer, freeze them so it won't get wasted. And the number 2 that I am gonna do with my jute leaves or Egyptian spinach is I gonna dry them in the sun. So I just drop that in a plastic bag, and this is how it looks when they dry. So when they dry, it's kind of like a crisp leaves, but also take it out, separate the leaves and the stem, and then put them in a dry place, or if you have a family abroad, you can send them these dried leaves. You can send it to them. Like, it's probably lasts a while because they are dry. They are dehydrated. And then the third one that I'm gonna do with my jute leaves is cook it with fish. This kind of fish is a lot here, and they are not expensive. They are cheap, but I like it. They call it whiting fish, and this is really good when you are in America. This is really good with Egyptian spinach or a jute or saluyot. And I love this kind of fish to fry it, make it brown, and then after you brown them, so put some water in there just to boil it a little bit, and then it's gonna scrape the bottom so it won't get burned. So this is the way I cook with my jute leaf. This is just one of a kind, but this one is the easiest way for me. I put a little salt in there and let it boil, and I put some beef bouillon just to make a taste, because jute leaves is kind of like no texture. It's all green, so you have to have a taste when you cook it. So after that, I gonna put it's a fish sauce. So after that, I putting all my jute leaves in there. Dump it all. And then after I put the leaves in there, I have to like stir up a little bit and put the lid on, and there you go, ready to eat with rice. If you want rice like I do, just put rice in there and scoop a little fish and a little leaves, put them on top of the rice, and there you have it. That is easy to make. There you have it. I plant it, I take care of it, I gather it, harvest it, cook it, and time to eat.